In a surprising turn of events, we now have a new NXT champion, Andrade Cien Almas, going into the title match. Many fans believe the now former champion Drew McIntyre was the odds-on favorite to go home with the strap, but as we found out, anything can happen in WWE. Though it's hard to believe after his initial run in WWE. McIntyre has become one of the most exciting names in wrestling. After his release, the former 3 Megabytes member found his way to TNA and really hit his stride. He then left the company and plied his trade on the indies, and is partly responsible for the white-hot scene in the UK. Weirdly enough, he found his way back to WWE, and was considered the biggest acquisition NXT could get at the time. As is tradition with big stars coming to WWE's developmental territory, McIntyre was rocketed to the top of the promotion, eventually becoming the promotion's champion. Related is Drew McIntyre getting called up to the main roster. Almas, on the other hand, was kind of the opposite. The star was one of the biggest names in Mexico and Japan as the masked luchador La Sombra, but once he made his way to WWE, his mask was gone and the Mexican star had to start from scratch. He struggled to gain footing for a long time, but once he was paired with his manager Zelina Vega, everything clicked. It seems like everything is going well for Almas now, as he's on top of what many consider the hottest promotion in wrestling, and he did so on one of the biggest possible stages in Houston. He left nothing on the table, either, as Almas' athletic style was on display, even pulling off an insane aerial maneuver to the outside of the ring. What this means for McIntyre is a mystery, however. History suggests that the Scottish superstar is main roster bound, but that might not be the case. Both Samoa Joe and Shinsuke Nakamura were kept in NXT after their title losses, but at that point, the promotion needed some star power as the superstar shakeup left NXT relatively barren of recognizable talent. Regardless, takeover War Games continues to be a historic night for both WWE and NXT, and a surprise championship win is just the cherry on top of what would be an otherwise memorable night anyway. Next, a new NXT Women's Champion crowned at takeover War Games.